Donk Nation, Jax and Janet's greetings and welcome to Today Does Donkey with Ginger. It's your boy, the Viking Donkey, bringing you the BugCap. It's a little bit delayed here. We took kind of we'll call it a holiday break, much like it seems the Steelers did after that 29-10 trouncing on Christmas Day. We're recording this in the new year. No one has a record in this year. 2025 is a brand new start, but Bug, that last game, that loss to Kansas City. I think I said the wrong team between. The loss to Kansas City was brutal, to say the least.
Yep.
And I mean, 29-10, Kansas City. They did whatever they wanted in terms of Mahomes throwing the ball. 76% completions, 8 yards an attempt, 3 touchdowns. I guess there is a bright side. The Steelers had more rushing yards than the Chiefs and ran the ball a lot more effectively. You're talking 70-plus yards from both Najee Harris and Jaylen Warren, and another 50 yards added by Russ, along with the only touchdown the Steelers had on the ground. Those seem to be good numbers, but when we get to the passing game, man, it was a lot for not a whole heck of a lot. I mean, Pickens had one big catch, ends up 3 for 50, but 41 on one of them. Freiermuth gets 7 for 60, but a lot of that was some garbage time yardage added on. It's just it was a game where the Steelers seemed to lose all 3 facets, and none of them really showed up and played well, is how I would phrase it. You think that's fair?
Yeah.
Anything to say about this game against the Chiefs?
Play better.
Play better. You want to start by breaking down the offense or the defense? The defense. Okay, well, let's start with the defense then for you. The defense quickly lets the Steelers get in a 13-0 hole, giving up 13 first-quarter points. Patrick Mahomes gets a little touchdown at the very start of the game to Xavier Worthy. Then they get Justin Watson for another touchdown. Steelers score at the end of the second quarter. Kansas City kicks a field goal. Steelers kick a field goal. The Chiefs add 2 more touchdowns in the fourth quarter, bookending a great start for Kansas City with a great finish. The middle was kind of, I guess you could say the middle was won by the Steelers as we scored 10 points to their 3. But at no point did the Steelers really see the football after, because Kansas City scored right at the start of the fourth quarter. The Steelers never saw the football in the fourth quarter with a chance to tie the game. And to me, that's how you quantify a blowout. It always has been, is when you don't touch the ball with a chance to win the game. The passing defense didn't do anything. We can blame that on injuries, but it is what it is. It seemed like we were making sure they couldn't run the ball, the thing the Chiefs have struggled at all year, and they didn't run the ball, so you could say they had a success there, maybe?
Yeah.
But, I mean, stopping them from running the ball did not stop them from putting up points or gaining yards. It was just that kind of day. The Chiefs' number 1 option is Travis Kelce, and he was wide open, the whole game it felt, wasn't it?
Yeah, he was wide open every play.
One of the touchdowns, they just forgot to cover him, remember?
Yeah, right.
I think it was a touchdown. They just completely forgot to cover him. And you look at the Steelers stat line, I mean, no one really sticks out as having a good day. Patrick Queen led the team in tackles with 7, but he was out of place all the time. No sacks whatsoever to talk about. No real anything done by the defense. They didn't really slow Kansas City down. They didn't force 3 and outs. They didn't cause turnovers. They didn't cause negative plays. It just was a really poor performance. The Steelers players kind of went after each other throughout the game, or not afterwards, saying these players aren't doing this, or this person needs to step up, or someone's always missing the play call. It definitely seemed like this was a defense that went backwards more than forwards, Bug. Anything to say about them? Like any play specifically you want to talk about that you remembered?
Nope.
Well, how about then you break down, because for me, the most telling play of the whole game for the defense, right, was that Travis Kelce one at the end of not even the end, it was like their second drive in the fourth quarter, where the Steelers defense just runs everywhere and leaves Kelce wide open behind them. Because that happened more than once on a couple players. You want to explain what happened there?
Fine. So Kelce, doing Kelce things wide open. No Steelers has covered him. Touchdown.
Yep. And that sums up the day. No Steelers covering anyone. Yeah, that was a hard one to swallow. You have Kansas City starting a left guard at left tackle. Alex Highsmith just doesn't show up. Cam Hayward also on that side just doesn't show up. TJ Watt, sure, he gets chip blocked every now and then, but he's got to win his matchup more. I know he drew a couple holding penalties, but these guys are getting this much money, so when you face a team that has struggled this year giving up sacks, that you can get to them. But man, did Patrick Mahomes even get, like, outside of the run play where he let himself get tackled? I don't think Patrick Mahomes got tackled the whole game. All right, Bug, you want to go to the offense side of the ball? We at least have a highlight on the offense side of the ball. You want to break down Russ Wilson's rushing touchdown?
He had a touchdown?
Yeah, so Russ Wilson takes the snap. The Chiefs kind of over pursue. And Russ goes out the backside, dives. Remember, it's the dive into the pylon?
Yep. He dives into the end zone.
Yeah, break down the whole play.
Okay, so Russ takes the snap. Looking, runs the ball down the middle, no one covering him, slides into the touchdown zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh!
Well, he breaks the ball outside to the left and dives and hits the pylon, not up the middle. We'll do a little correction there for you. But yeah, that was about the Steelers highlight. I mean, the running game had decent success, but does it matter if you average 6 yards a carry, especially since a lot of it was end of the game type of stuff when they're trying to let you run? It doesn't matter if you run the ball if you don't put up points. I mean, you can have the best rushing number in the world, but this team against good teams has struggled to score points. Your leading receivers, Freiermuth, at 7 catches for 60 yards. No explosive, really. I mean, one explosive play down the field to Pickens. It's just kind of shows where the Steelers need to get to, and they don't have much time left to get there if they want to be a championship level team. This game against the Chiefs showed what they needed to do. We can complain about scheduling, but normally short weeks benefit the home team. In this case, we were the home team, and we got blown out. Russ at 5.5 yards an attempt wasn't good enough. And maybe more importantly, the Steelers can't afford to make mistakes against teams like the Chiefs, Bug, and Russ, that red zone interception. Do you want to break down what happened there?
Yeah. Russ throws the ball into Kansas City hands.
So the Kansas City Chiefs showing double high safety, a linebacker tracking underneath Freiermuth. The safety, I know a lot of people want to say the Steelers, it's George Pickens' fault for not running his vertical on the left. But if you watch the safety, he's never even looking at George Pickens. The safety is watching Russell Wilson the whole time. Russ is staring down Freiermuth. The safety stays on it. Russ throws the ball into essentially what became triple coverage. And what do you expect happens? Interception in the red zone. That essentially ended the Steelers' day.
Yep.
I mean, they didn't do anything after that. Anything else you want to say about this game, Bud? Because Boswell kicking more field goals was consistent. The punting-wise, Waitman punted okay, but I think Areza outperformed him. In terms of returns, definitely Kansas City had the advantage in the return game on this one. It's one of those games no one played good. We could sit here, we could talk about it, we could blame anybody we want. It is what it is. We are where we are. Should we move on to the last week of the season is the real question. Yeah? All right, let's get our picks in for the last week then. AFC North is going to be all of Saturday football. We have the Browns starting off, going to the Ravens. Who'd you like in that one? You like the Browns with the big upset. And then we have the Bengals coming to Acrisure.
Pittsburgh.
Bug thinks the Steelers are going to end up with the 3 seed. Has the confidence. I like to see it. Bug, you have any shout-outs this week?
Nope.
No shout-outs. Okay. Well, then I'll let you know on the Viking Donkey. That's Viking_Donkey on Twitch and Twitter. Your Daily Dose of Donkey Gingers. The fun YouTube channel where you get all this content. He's the Bugaboo. No social. But Donk Nation, Steeler Nation. Might be rough times right now, but we still love y'all. Wave them if you got them.
Let's go, Steelers!